Also with us on the phone from Teaneck, New Jersey, speaking of covering the tech sector, Michael Gartenberg. He's an analyst with the technology research firm Gartner. So, gentlemen, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Maybe I'll start, Michael, with you and ask you about this. I mean, it's the biggest web IPO since Google, which surprised me because it doesn't seem like a massive number, but then $1 billion in proceeds is also nothing to sneeze at, is it?
No, not at all. And Zynga has shown that it has the applications, the users, and the traction to be consistent in the marketplace. And they've really capitalized and popularized the whole concept of social gaming, where game mechanics came second, but social interaction came first.
Cory, what do you think? I mean, I know that Mafia Wars and all these Farmville games were very big. I'm not sure how big they are now because the only thing I can play is Angry Birds, and that's the only thing I'm ever waiting for an update for. Does Zynga still have monopoly or the big part of the market share?
They might even have monopoly. They have so many people playing these games. I mean, I've been looking through the prospectus since it was filed today, and I'm sort of categorizing my thoughts into three things. One is just how amazing the business is, how amazing their business model is, and how amazing some of the risks are. One of the things interesting about this deal is that a lot of the ways that Zynga works is on the backs of other companies. So most of their processes, most of the gameplay actually happens on servers owned by Amazon. Of course, most of the players play through Facebook, and they don't have any control over those companies that are the access points and the actual operations of their company. But what an amazing business model this is, and a fantastically profitable company throwing off a lot of cash, generating a lot of interest income on that cash. It's kind of interesting they're doing an IPO at all because they've got so much cash already.
Michael, you know, you're a former venture capitalist. Why do they do an IPO here? If they're turning up so much, if they're ripping up so much cash there, why would they have to go out to the market?
Oh, you know, there's always things you can do with more cash. They've done some recent acquisitions. They bought a small company with a social game called Words with Friends, which is a Scrabble clone. In this business, you want to continue to keep churning out new content. It's a hit-driven business. So far, they've had a lot of hits under their belt. This gives them the opportunity to be on more connected screens, to be on more phones, media tablets, televisions, pretty much any place where people want to play games and socially interact. So there's a lot of room for expansion for them in the market and a lot of ways for them to grow well beyond just the Facebook crowd.
What do you think, Michael, about Cory's point, though, that they do sort of rely on other companies to do a lot of things for them, their servers, the interface?
They absolutely do, but this has been a great relationship, particularly for Facebook. For Facebook, it's served to help drive users to the service. People who use Facebook for no other purpose than to play Mafia Wars or poker or Farmville or any of these other games. For Zynga, it's been a great source of social interaction. They're totally built on social interaction as a core gaming mechanism. What better social place to put that than the largest social network out there, Facebook?